Good morning. Today is Saturday, 17 October 2015. Paper highlights read by Christina Arulselvam. You are listening to Athavan.com. Let's look at the paper highlights from today's newspaper, Daily Mirror. The headline says, Vijay Sudha's money laundering case, CID allowed to check suspect wife account. Court yesterday permitted the CID to check the bank accounts and the private locker of suspect Suraj Ahmed's wife, asserting whether she had deposited any black money in these accounts or whether locker contained any valuable purchase with money from peddling heroin. Suraj Ahmed had been arrested in charges of being a accomplice of heroin kidnapping Samantha Kumara Bitanage alias Vijay Sudha. Colombo Magistrate Gihan Pilapitiya granted permission to check the bank accounts, sequent the request made by the CID. The CID requested to the magistrate to remand the suspect. Further, become the investigation had not been completed. Another news highlight from Daily Mirror, Pacific decide to continue proceedings. The Presidential Commission of Inquiry to the investigation and inquire into serious act of fraud, corruption and abuse of power, state resource and privilege yesterday rejected the objection raised by ex-President Mahinda Rajapaksa's lawyers as baseless and said it would continue with its proceedings. Another news highlight from Daily Mirror, the headline says, Treasure hunters Kashyap's golden sword eludes them. Wildlife officers have arrested 6 treasure hunters who were excavating the area close the Sigiriya rock fortress in search of King Kashyap's golden sword, said the buried inside the forest reserve. Officers had taken into the custody crowbars, memories and other equipment used by the suspect for digging. The wildlife range officers raided the area on being tipped off that some treasure hunters were digging inside the Sigiriya Forest Reserve, Adankalavavar, in research of buried treasury belonging to the King Kashyapa include the golden sword. Another news highlight from Daily Mirror, MR commends President for addressing UN in Sinhala, the headline says. Former President Mahinda Rajapaksa said he felt proud to hear President Maithripala Sirisena speaking in Sinhala at the United Nations General Assembly in New York a few days ago. As a Sinhalese, I was proud when President Sirisena spoke in our mother tongue in the presence of world leaders. Through some were trying to give wrong interpretation to speech in Sinhala at the international forum, he said at the book launching ceremony in Colombo. Another news highlight from Daily Mirror, mother and son get death sentence in murder. A mother and her son who stood indicted for murder of the letter's wife were sentenced to death by Kandy High Court Judge Menaka Vijay Sundara yesterday. Another news highlight from Daily Mirror, possible release for some Tamil prisoners. Some prisoners held under the Prevention of Terrorism Act are likely to be released soon, the wake of President Maithripala Sirisena directing that this matter be expedited, opposition leader R. Samanthan said yesterday. He said the president had directed Justice Minister Vijayadas Rajapaksha to release some of the prisoners when this matter was referred to him. Another news highlight from Daily Mirror, Mervyn Silva complained of death threat. The headline says, Narayanpeta Police yesterday informed Colombo Additional Magistrate Nishantha Pires that former Minister Mervyn Silva had in a police complaint said somebody unknown to him and phoned and threatening him with death. Another news highlight from Daily Mirror, marriages on downward trend. The number of marriages taking place in Sri Lanka has declined according to the latest data published by the Department of Census and Statistics. According to its data sheet 2015, the total number of marriages registered last year had dropped to 175,728 when compared with the 18,760 in 2003. Another news highlight from Daily News, the headline says, Customs to take disciplinary action against official. Disciplinary action will be taken against the 3 custom officials who were arrested by the breweries on Thursday once the Brewery Commission authorities informed the customs in writing. Customs media spokesman Leslie Gamini said the verbal information by the commission would not be sufficient for the department to take action against the officers arrested. Another news highlight from Daily News: PC appears for Emma with the rights reserved for appeal. President Counsel Gamini Marapana, appearing for former President Mahinda Rajapaksa, informed the Presidential Commission to inquire into serious act of fraud, corruption and abuse of power that he will reserve the right to appeal Higher Court against the Commission decision to turn down the client's preliminary objection. He said that through the objection for the jurisdiction of Commission was rejected, he would continue the appeal on behalf of Mahinda Rajapaksa with the rights reserved for appeal. Now let's look at the paper highlights from Daily News. The Daily News headline says, MR objection overruled. Decide to go ahead with its mandate. The Presidential Commission inquiry investigation mass-scale fraud and corruption yesterday rejected the preliminary objections raised by former President Mahinda Rajapaksa Council and decided to go ahead with its mandate. Defense Counsel Gamini Marapana, appearing for the former President before the Commission, raised objection and serving judge of the High Court cannot be appointed to function as members of the Commission. More news highlight from Daily News: over 30,000 dual citizenship application received. The Department of Immigration and Immigration has already received the 30,300 dual citizenship applications since it was reintroduced by the President Government. DIE Citizenship Division Deputy Consular Chamika Gamage told the Daily News. Another news highlight from Daily News: IGP told cooperate with AG. The news says Court of Appeal Justice Vijitha K. Malalgora yesterday directed IGP N.K. Ilangakon to cooperate with the Attorney General whenever police officers were noticed to appear before court. Another news highlight from Daily News: afternoon ceremony for next year Independence Day celebration. The 68th National Independence Day celebration next year will be conducted as afternoon ceremony. The government arrived this decision after the meeting between Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe and Home Affairs Minister Vajra Abeyewardena at Temple Trees with the preparation of commanders of three forces. Another news highlight from Daily News: TRC Director General removed. Director General of Telecommunication Regulatory Commission of Sri Lanka, MM Zuhair PC, has been removed from his post in effect from Thursday. According to the Presidential Media Director Dharmaswiri Ekanayaka, senior civil servant Sunil Sirisena has been appointed TRCL Director General, replacing Zuhair. Contacted by the Daily News, Zuhair, a former Sri Lankan envoy of Tehran, said removal is part of changes at the organization. Another news highlight from Daily News: alleged bribery case. 3 customs officials remanded. 3 customs officials produced before the court of allegedly attempting to accept rupees 125 million bribe were yesterday ordered to remanded till October 30th by the Colombo Chief Magistrate. Another news highlight from Daily News: schoolgirl drowned on birthday. A 17-year-old schoolgirl whose birthday fell on October 15 died on the same day after falling into the unprotected drain at Nitavala Junction on the Kandy Karugasota Road and was swept away in Mahavali Ganga. She was identified as Zahabdeen Mohammed Asra on Madavala Road, Karugasota, a GCE advanced level student of Kandy Baduddin Mahmud Vidyalaya. The tragedy occurred while she was returning to home with her other girls after attending the tuition classes in the pouring rain. She had fallen into the drain and trying to avoid water splashed by the speed vehicle. Another news highlight from Daily News: man with fake currency note arrested. That headline says police arrested a person for alleged possessions of whole counterfeit notes in Badulla town on Thursday evening. According to the police sources, they recovered 71 rupees 5,000 fake notes and 20 USD 100 notes during investigation. The suspect was arrested while attempting to change a counterfeit note at the shop in Badulla town. Another news highlight from Daily News: Central Bank Treasury bond issues. Evidence given before COP subcommittee treated as confidential. The evidence given before the COP subcommittee to look into the controversies surrounding the Central Bank Treasury bond issue was treated as confidential. Parliament Parliament Assistant Secretary General Kushani Rohanadira said. Speaking to the Daily News, she said the informed relevant during the COP subcommittee sittings and the people who gave evidence before it were not divulged to any outside party as its trip did not come out officially. Now look at the paper highlights from Ceylon today. The main headline says, after communal riots in June 2014, Army vacates Alutkamar. 16 months after communal riots in June 2014, Alutkamar saw an armed force completely quitting the city yesterday, with a celebratory farewell from the townspeople. The Alutkamar Development Foundation, together with the residents of Alutkamar, hosted the Triforces to the dinner for appreciation of all work they had done. 1 lakh farmers to sign petition, the Ceylon Today headline says. The All Ceylon Agro Association will submit to the President Sirisena a petition with 100,000 signatures of farmers when they appeal 5 of their proposal to be included in budget for next year, which would expect solution to farmer problem. The proposal incorporate the guarantee price of paddy. Another news highlight from Ceylon Today, Major General Madavala appointed military advisor to SL mission in UN. Major General Uday Madavala, who will assume duties as military advisor at Sri Lanka Permanent Mission to the United Nations in New York, will coordinate Sri Lanka peacekeeping efforts in UN Ministry of Foreign Affairs Public Communication Division. Acting Director General of Media Satya Rodrigo said. Another news highlight from Ceylon Today, JVP wants COP chair. The Janata Vimukti Peramuna has requested the government to give their party chairmanship for the new Committee of Public Enterprises. There was speculation that with the new government, the chairmanship of new COP will be given the political party representing the opposition. Another news highlight from Ceylon Today, from 1st November, beggars banned in trains. Acting in order from Transport Minister Nimal Siripala Silva, the Director of Planning and Railways Department, Vijaya Samarasinghe said, railway security and the police will evict with effect from 1st of November all beggars from the railway station and substation island-wide. Another news highlight from Ceylon Today, UNP SLFP LG post battle. President to join campaign ferry. President Maithripala Sirisena has decided to back the SLFP campaign to grab power the coming local government election. Today we brought you the paper highlights from today's newspaper. We will bring you more tomorrow.